Hello friends, welcome to all, I hope you are well. We could not see each other for a long time. In today's training video, I will try to show you a scalping process in 5-minute periods. How to create a scalping trading strategy in this tutorial video. What should we pay attention to in general? What should we pay attention to when creating a buy and sell tactic? I will both explain these and try to show you a very good strategy that I use very often. As I always say, nothing in the training video I describe is investment advice. Please do not make copy transactions based on them, you can get big losses, be careful with them. With your permission, I'm starting to our training video now. Friends, as you can see, a 5-minute period is seen and the chart is normal candlestick chart. I do not change anything. And a 5-minute chart is seen. First of all, what I need to do is to open the EMA from the indicators section. I click EMA once. An EMA is seen on the chart. Here I set the length from the input settings to 200. Let's make it a little thicker, just like that. Let's make the color a little lighter, let's do it like this. As you can see, EMA is on the chart. Now I'm going to do a scalping trade in 5-minute periods. I will tell you what I need to pay attention to. First of all, the reason I made the EMA 200 is in the low periods. If you don't have a lot of knowledge in this market, use the high moving average. For example, if you use 9, the moving average will be closer to the candles. Even if you use 200, it acts as a support resistance for you. So today EMA will act as an extra support and resistance for you. Then what I need to do is to raise my period. Now I take my chart to 1 hour period. And as you can see, my chart went over the 1 hour period, but it went to the bottom. The biggest advantage for me is determining the direction of the trend. That is, when the candles are over the moving average, the prices rise. When it is underlying the moving average, prices fall. So it says there is a downtrend. In addition, the moving average also acts as a support resistance for me. As you can see, it acts as a resistance here, but the price could not form an upward trend. But that's not our topic right now, we're on the scalping side. First thing I have to do is draw a horizontal line on the candles we see here. And here, after drawing the horizontal line, I will turn the chart back to 5 minutes and try to create a buy and sell strategy there. I click the horizontal line and draw where the price is stuck the most, friends. Let's start now. First we see that the price is stuck in these points. Look, I see price is stuck in these areas. It would be better if we do it like this. I see that the price is stuck in these points. This is the first line. We can draw it here later. Look, the price is stuck here as well. Second line, I draw another one. Look, there's been a lot of wicks here and I draw a line right here. Since we will be trading in a 5-minute period, we can also put it in between. Look, I got this area. I took the wicks over there and I took these areas. You can duplicate this line yourself. You can draw it here too. Look, I'm aligning this area and I'm drawing a line here. You can also draw a line at the bottom right there. You get both here and here. Afterwards, you can draw a line here. Look at this area. So drawing the lines here is an advantage for you. Because we will make a buy and sell tactic between the lines here. Now, as you can see here, it doesn't make any sense to us, but when we take it to 5 minutes, it will mean a lot to us. Look, I'm drawing a line to this area, I take the area over there. And now I'm converting my period to 5 minutes. After converting it to 5 minutes, look at how the support resistance lines I draw, as you can see, worked. The price came to the support, received a reaction from the support and rose. The price came to the support, received a reaction from the support and rose. So for me right now it gives a tremendous scalping opportunity. If you are trading futures, pay attention to this. Since it is a 5-minute period, the profit rates here will be low, means candles in the form of 0.10, 0.20, 0.30 come. For example, this is 0.10, sometimes candles come like this. Look at the 0.34 style candles will come. Here, the amount of your leverage is important. I use 2x because futures trading is very risky. I open 2x according to my money. If your money is smaller, you can increase your risk even more. Or you may not take any risks at all. This is up to you, friends. Because futures transactions are very risky on their own, when you lose your money, there is no compensation and all your money is gone. What should I do now? First of all, after I draw my lines here, there are two possibilities that I should pay attention to. Now, first of all, as I just said, there are support and resistances, and then we have a moving average. I told you that, when the price is over the moving average, we foresee the start of a trend. In other words, when the price jumps above the moving average, we predict that prices will rise and rise a little more than they should. So what do we need to do if there is a candle closing on the moving average, that is, the 200-day moving average, on the lines we have drawn as support and resistance? We can create a buy signal here. So we can give ourselves a buy signal here. Now, when we look at it, there is a candle formed on both the support and resistance. There is also a candle is over the moving average. So after seeing that candle, I can create a buy condition here. How far can I create a buy condition? Assuming I bought it at the close of here, 0.40 is where I'm going to sell it, so here. This is where my resistance is. Since we will be scalping, you may not wait until the candle form here. If your leverage is high, even at 0.10 you can take a profit, sell here too. I usually open a trade between 0.20, 0.30, 0.40, 0.50 and go accordingly. I assume we buy from here and sell here. The price broke the upper resistance again and started to linger at the resistance. Price is over my moving average, so I can create a buy again condition. I either wait for the price to come to the support or for the price to come to the moving average. If you are using a second indicator, means if you are using a different indicator, you can predict support if the indicator you use creates a buy condition when the price comes to support here. But if you are not using indicators and only getting help from moving average and support resistances, wait for prices to reach the moving average. So what should we do in this case? In such cases, we can create a buy condition when the price comes to the moving average. Because we foresee that the trend continues and the prices may return to the moving average. Another thing we need to pay attention to here, let's assume that we got the price here and the price touched here and we got it. Where will we stop? Stop is a completely relative concept. It depends on your risk analysis, means it is on your risk-reward ratio. If the price is over the moving average, you can stop below the nearest support. So your support has broken the price moving average below. At the nearest support, you can stop there after a candle formed below the support. So let's assume the thing is, we don't see the before, and the price is right here now, so I drew a horizontal line. Price continues above the moving average, and that's when I saw and caught that candle. I wait for candle to form and take my stop to here. It has never seen this point. I try to make a buy here, or I try to make a buy here and make a stop. Stop will not harm you, it will save you from a great disaster. If you are buying gradually, then making a stop is like this. If you are dividing your money into 10 to 20 and 30, since you will buy at every level, I will not make a stop easily because your average will go down all the time. As you can see, the price hasn't been able to break the support, it has reacted from here, and it has already formed the candle above the moving average. The important thing for us is the candle closings. In other words, the candle here can be broken up to here, and it can break even below. It's not important, but it's important that it forms after you break this place. If it doesn't form here and it goes up, see again, for example, there is no problem here. Look, a wick tip has come this far, the price has closed above it again. There is a very good example here, where a wick has been thrown, the price has closed above the moving average again. We need to pay attention to these. Now I'm moving forward a little bit better. As you can see, I bought above the moving average and may sell at the first resistance. This is quite normal because my first resistance is where I predict the price will react from there. I can sell from here. If I'm going to trade again after selling here, you don't have to wait here. As I said, after selling here, if the price comes to the support here, look again, for example, 1 2 3 4 5 fifth candle comes here again and I can create a buy from here. But this time, what should I pay attention to? I need support from a second indicator. You can also use a momentum-based indicator as a second indicator. You can use RSI, stochastic style indicators, and get help from them. But do not use their input settings as default settings. Use the input settings in the 5-minute period by the 5-minute period. So know how to use indicators. The default settings are generally suitable for daily and 4-hour charts. In low periods, those settings do not work. Again, I buy at the support and then sell at the resistance above. Now the resistance distance here is too much, so what do we do again? As I said, don't see this place, this is where it hangs out. For example, I sell the price from that region. In other words, a transaction I sell from here, I bought from here because it is seen as resistance support before. And after I get the price here, I will automatically sell the price here because I will consider the possibility of seeing resistance here again. I'm moving forward again, the price is not touching the moving average again, the price is again coming to the intersection of both my support and the moving average. After coming here, I perform a long signal, that is, a buy signal, so that I can create a buy and sell signal here again. And here I get the price again. As I said again, it's a relative concept. As I said, I make buys like 0.10, 0.2% and take my profit from there and exit the transaction. And from here it gives us a nice profit again. The price is coming down again. Look, when I assume that I make a buy from here again, I already take a profit from here and leave. Look, this is very important. Here again, the price closes a candle above the moving environment and the price drops from there. As you can see, I am always one step behind my stop so that I can stop here. I'll do that area. Look why I'm doing this region, this place worked as a support. If the price falls below this, I say stop here and stop myself here. In other words, I make a stop by selling here where I bought from. As we continue, as you can see, the support and resistance we drew with the moving average moves horizontally, and we see that the market moves horizontally here. As you can see, candles formed as green-red, green-red. You need to pay attention that prices usually move between support and resistance, and in this way, I try to create a scalping trade opportunity, a buy and sell strategy for myself. When we look again, we come back to present. Prices worked very well up and down as support resistance, we did not find the support resistances here instantly. The biggest reason we found our supports and resistances here is that the price reached before. So we found support and resistance here by looking at the candles here. So assuming past candles, we found future support and resistance. Already in the 4-hour and daily charts, we find support and resistance. In this way, it is a very successful scalping operation. So it's a very successful buy and sell tactic. If you use it correctly, you will achieve great success and earn serious money. This is a strategy one use a lot, too. As I said, I hope it will be helpful to you, and nothing in the training video I described is investment advice. Please do not open transactions based on these, you can get big losses. See you in our next training video. Goodbye, good luck.